Hello! Today's video, if you read the title, is another facts video, this time about Legoland California. Today I'll be saying a fun fact about each ride at Legoland California. Some rides may get more than one fact, but each ride will get at least one fact. Also, the reason I sound so happy in this intro is because I sounded like a dying horse in the last one. Anyways, let's get into it. When Beetle Bounce first opened, it didn't have a height maximum. However, now if you try to ride it and you're over the height of 55 inches, sorry. Bionicle, the line of Lego sets, started in 2001 and ended in 2011, having a 10-year run. Bionicle Blasters, the ride, opened in 2003 and is still open today, meaning it outlived Bionicle itself. On the side of Captain Cranky's challenge, you can see two pirates running the ride. Wait, then who is this person? Cargo Ace doesn't really fit in the Land of Adventures land. Coast Cruise used to have the Sydney Opera House, but now it's gone. Coast Cruise also used to have the man hanging off the Lego bricks who fell into the water. The second figure is still there though, getting resuscitated. It sucks that he's gone. I always remember hearing his voice as I ate my ice cream. Too bad they got rid of both the man and the ice cream. When Safari Trek was redesigned into Duplo Little Dino Trail, the animals from Safari Trek were moved to Coast Cruise. Which dinosaur is Coastersaurus? You might think it's the main Brontosaurus that you circle on the ride, however the sign has a Triceratops on it. On a similar note to the last, Dragon Coaster is most likely referring to the ride vehicle, the Green Dragon. However, it could also be referring to the Red Dragon inside the ride. The 2025 driving school is 33% the size of the original driving school. On Dune Raiders, if you skip the main stairs and take a hard left, it'll lead you to the secret staircase that has two secret slides no one knows about. Also, between when this ride was first opened and today, they added this shade. I feel like only I noticed this. The re-theme of Safari Trek to Duplo Little Dino Trail doubled the capacity and added a completely new interactive feature being the cameras. On Emmett's Flying Adventure, there's a lot of LEGO Friends representation. They also brought back the triple-decker flying couch. The castle and the cave from Fairy Tale Brook are still very visible on the new Explorer River Quest. Junior Driving School is 52% the size of the original. Not any better. Kid Power Tower isn't actually a pulley system, but rather a sensor that senses your pulling. Lego City Deep Sea Adventures items are in the same spot every time, so once you know where they are, you can get 100% easily. Lego City Deep Sea Adventure also replaced Wildwoods Golf and Enchanted Walk. The Great Devourer on Lego Ninjago the Ride has weak spots on its cheeks. Also, the colors in front of you and the ones that your hand spit out are references to the different ninjas. On this concept art for Lego Ninjago the ride vehicle looks like a raft. The original name for Lego Technic Coaster was Project X Test Track. The Legoland Express was originally where Unikitty Disco Drop is today. Also, the Duplo people are a newer addition. On Lost Kingdom Adventure, if you hit the same target twice, then you get double points. I've also heard there's targets in the treasure room, but I can't find any. Pirates Reef is the only true seasonal ride, opening in March and closing in the fall. Also, there are two teams on the ride, Captain Red Brick and Captain Blue Brick. There were frogs on the ride, but newer videos suggest that they were removed. Pirates Reef is simultaneously owned by Legoland California and Legoland California Water Park. On Queen Whatever Carousel, the pink poles mean the horse is stationary. This ride is a complete reskin of Mia's Riding Camp. Royal Joust is the oldest ride that hasn't been altered in any major way. It is also one of two rides to have a graveyard, with the other one being Dragon. Skipper School has two separate paths. Also, the monkeys and the guy in the bathtub were quietly removed. The many faces Unikitty makes on the top of Unikitty Disco Drop are straight from the movie. In the first concept arts for LEGO Galaxy, it showed that Sky Patrol would be rethemed, but no one noticed. Also, the next fact is that this was Sky Patrol. Galactic Coaster was the first roller coaster at Legoland California in 22 years, with the one before it being Coastersaurus. There's an absurd number of spaceship combinations you can make on Galactic Coaster. Biff was one of the first proper LEGO minifigure animatronics. The alien on G-Force Test Facility has been seen in many other LEGO themes. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed the Fast Facts videos because they remove the other information from my brain that isn't just history, so to me this is therapeutic. Also, if you're wondering if I'm gonna get back to my other types of videos like the thrill guides or the Google Translate videos, I probably will. I just have the attention span of a squirrel. Bye.